Welcome to The Mismatch. I'm Chris Vernon, and joining me as he does every Tuesday from TheRinger.com is Dave Jacoby. Jacoby!
What's happening, Verno?
Well, the Charlotte Hornets are the ones that get to claim Summer League champions as they are awarded their championship rings last night. Huge rings, diamond-encrusted rings for winning the Summer League. Would you wear a Summer League ring around if you wore it? If you
Hell
won it?
yes.
Hell
yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
I always say that people don't celebrate enough. It's an accomplishment. You won something. You know what I mean? Like, celebrate. Why not?
Well, and Knueppel was a very high draft pick, top 5 draft pick out of Duke, who started off slowly but ended with a furious run, ended up getting awarded MVP of the Summer League, something he will remember for the rest of his life. And he caps off what was just an unbelievable Summer League for a bunch of white guys. It's been a long time. Look, you grew up loving Larry Bird. It's been a long time, Jacoby. And in between Cooper Flagg, and then you go through the top scorers in Summer League, the number one scorer in all of Summer League was Kyle Filipowski.
Yeah.
The second leading scorer, Drew Timme.
Love him.
Third leading scorer, Quentin Rampage Jackson. Fourth leading scorer, Reed Shepherd. What is going on? Reed Shepherd.
What is happening?
Then we had Terrence Shannon, Mattis Buzelis, and then to cap off the rest of the top 10 scorers out of Summer League, Jordan Miller, Ron Holland from Detroit, David Jones-Garcia, and Kevin McCullough. But congratulations. And by the way, the biggest dunk of the Summer League by a wide margin was Johnny Furphy.
Furphy, yeah.
Yeah. It's the weirdest Summer League ever. And to cap off the incredible weirdness of Summer League, on Sunday night, this is dedication to the craft. I am locked in at 7 o'clock Central on Sunday night watching Grizzlies versus Clippers in consolation game, right? So they play out these 4 games, and then the top 4 get to move on. But everybody else that lost plays an extra game against somebody else that lost, okay? And so I'm watching this game. I've just kind of got it on. I'm not paying all that close of attention. And all of a sudden, I start getting texts. All of a sudden, I start getting tweets. All of a sudden, I start getting Instagram messages. And I'm like, wait. Hold the phone. So we did a podcast a week ago, and I talked about Jokic's brother. Mm-hmm. Since that time, a lot of people have noticed that his brother has been at Summer League and have been posting pictures about Jokic's brother being at Summer League. And people then were like, you know what, Verno? You painted a picture. You never told a lie. They saw him sitting in the seats with no one sitting within 2 seats of him on either side. And they knew what I was saying was not embellishment, that it was absolutely truthful. But there I am on Sunday night, and all of a sudden, I start getting all these notifications. It's a lazy summer Sunday night. What is going on? They said, he's looking for you. I said, what? Jacoby, you can go back and look. Grizzlies Clippers consolation game, small gym, Sunday night. He was sitting behind the Grizzlies bench.
What?
Why?
Well, first of all, why is he there in the first place? But I understand it because he was behind the bench at the Nuggets game. I get that. But why is he at the Grizzlies Clippers consolation game?
Keep in mind, it was a week ago Sunday that I saw him. I've been gone for a week. Everybody's been gone for a week. Everybody. There's nobody there. There's nobody left at Summer League.
Wow.
He was behind the bench.
So he's been in Vegas for like 9 days. What is his day-to-day like?
They told me
is he scouting the Clippers?
Said he was looking for me. He's behind the Grizzlies bench. He heard I'd been talking about him. He's looking for me. I was like, oh, no. Oh, I'm glad I've been gone for a week. Who is at? By the way, nobody is playing for these teams by the time you get to the last game.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody. Nobody's playing. Like, okay, Jahmai Mashak was the 59th pick, the last pick in the NBA draft this year. It was a really cool story for a Grizzlies Summer League team, right? Especially with the last pick looking like a real player. He didn't play in the last game. It's all a bunch of guys to see if they can play for the Memphis Hustle or not. It's all a bunch of guys to see if they're going to get Exhibit 10 contracts. He's not playing. So nobody's at that game except him. Unbelievable.
Why is he there? We need to get to the bottom of this.
Not you ask, not me.
I think there's
unbelievable.
I think there's a romantic interest involved.
Maybe so. Or he's on a mission. He's on a mission, which we don't need to talk about.
If he's looking for you have to change your name and move to another country.
Who is at Grizzlies Clippers Summer League game, bro?
Do you remember after the Morris thing? They opened a Twitter account just to talk trash. I think this was Marcus Morris.
Right. I tried to come up with reasons as to why he would be there.
I think T-Pain said it best. I'm in love with a stripper. That's the only thing that makes sense.
I mean,
he fell in love.
No, I'm talking about Grizzlies. But even then, you wouldn't go to Grizzlies.
Yeah, why are you with that?
On Sunday night. It's outrageous. I wouldn't go. If I was there, I wouldn't go. I would be out at dinner at one of those like nice restaurants, or I'd be at like a show. I wouldn't be there. That's ridiculous.
I'm going to do a deep dive on this guy.
Hey, that's a true basketball lover. Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. He loves basketball more than anyone.
Yes.
Anyone.
Yes.
He just wants to watch basketball.
So I think he's the best brother because I think he's like, listen, the Clippers are a threat. They pushed us to 7 games. I need to know everything about my enemy. The Clippers are the enemy. I'm going to do the research because my brother has other things to do.
Right.
I think he's the best brother.
He just wants to know ball. Meanwhile,
more than anybody.
Meanwhile,
if him and Target Guy are the winners of Summer League.
Meanwhile, the MVP of the league is like racing a bullet train. Did you see that video?
Yes, of course. Yeah, he's in China with his other brother. So, like, how does this work? Like, the three of them get together and they're like, all right,
who knows?
Me and you are going to China.
Yes.
Stranya, or whatever his name is. Yes. You're going to Vegas to scout the next generation of players I have to play against.
Yes. All right. So, look, we're going to put a bow on Summer League with everything that took place. So, we've had the draft, and then we have had Summer League. And then we'll get to all the big news that's happened in the NBA since we last spoke. We had the draft and Summer League. And so, inevitably, what happens after the conclusion of Summer League, the Charlotte Hornets are having their parade, I believe, today or tomorrow. We decide, all right, we come out of this and we see the draft, and then we see these young players play in Summer League, and we decide which of these teams we think we want to see more of, and which of these teams we want to see less of based upon what we have just watched throughout the summer. And there is, if you are a big NBA fan, there's a lot of competition. You know, I always talk about how I root for a 7 p.m. Central team. So at 6 p.m. Central, it's warfare. Like, you've got to win my heart and you become my 6 p.m. Central team. And so if you're going to, crack down the door and I'm going to watch you more than I did last year, because there's some of these teams, it's like, as we say, I wouldn't raise my blinds if they were playing in my backyard. But some of these teams, then I find myself really liking them during the season because I like to watch some of the players.
That's exactly how I approach this assignment as well. I put myself on the couch. My wife is watching Housewives in the bedroom. The kids are asleep. I'm on my couch. I open up League Pass. It's one of those like Wednesday nights where there's like 12 games. Which teams am I bypassing that I didn't last year? And which teams am I like, I have to watch that now. Yeah. That's exactly how I approach this.
All right. So on the teams that we want to see more, it's a team that I've talked about throughout this Summer League, who I saw first in the Utah Summer League. But I'm going with Utah. They are going to be terrible, but they are going to be... No, it's not ridiculous. Hold on. Hear me out. You haven't even heard my explanation.
I can't. There's nothing you can say that would make me watch the Utah Jazz this year.
Because they are going to be bad. but they are going to be legitimately bad, of which I respect. They're bad because they're just going to throw out a bunch of young players, and then I guess Lauri Markkanen. But they don't have to like play the first 3 quarters with Colin Sexton and John Collins and then sit them so that they make sure they don't win a game. Like, they've just gotten rid of all of those guys. And so you had Kyle Filipowski, who was always awesome throughout high school, and then he was good at Duke, and then he had a pretty good rookie year last year, so he's going to be playing. Ace Bailey was super fun to watch in the Utah Summer League in the games that I saw him. And I'm like, all right, like, this is a guy that's got true star potential. And obviously you have that whole backstory about how he didn't want to go there and all that kind of stuff. Isaiah Collier, who's a little like, the fire hydrant point guard. You've got him. And then most importantly, Walter Clayton Jr., who, if Target guy knows anything, Walter Clayton Jr. is going to be unbelievable. And so, look, they got players that I liked in college that I think are going to be fun to watch. They're going to lose a lot, but like, I will say, Will Hardy always like coaches them. Like, they don't play disgusting basketball. Some of these teams just look totally rudderless, and these guys at least they run plays and they try to play defense. It just wasn't good enough, and now they've gone the full on intentional. This isn't going to be good enough. We're gonna roll these guys out there, let them take their lumps. So some of these young guys are gonna have like big scoring years for sure, because somebody's got to score on their team. And then they're going to try to win the A.J. DeBansta lottery, who, by the way, A.J. DeBansta, well, it might not even be DeBansta anymore. I know he's gone down on some of the mocks, but he's going to be playing at BYU. It's like the perfect story, right? Like, he's this kid who has gone to play at BYU, originally from Massachusetts, so figure it out. But he's getting like, $1 bazillion to go play at BYU, and maybe he ends up there. But they're going to be – I respect the team that is just going to be bad because they're throwing out a bunch of young guys, and at least watching a bunch of young players, the Walter Clayton Jr.'s and the Ace Baileys, like, I'll tune into them more than I would have, for sure. Why would I'm not tuning in Utah last year. I didn't give a crap about Cody Williams and, like, the rest of them. It was like Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton, John Collins. Like, they were – if they would have played it out, they probably could have won, like, games. Like, they would have won games.
They're not
going to be good.
The only thing that I want to see out of Utah is season 2 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, because I will not be watching the Utah Jazz.
Do I need to watch that?
Yeah. Oh, Mom Talk. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Interesting.
Fantastic.
What's it on?
Ooh, Bravo, I think.
So no, it's got to be on a stream. I got to watch
Peacock.
it on a stream. Okay.
I think you can get it on Peacock. Fantastic show. But I have no interest in the Utah Jazz at all.
They all like bang each other, right? Like, isn't that the thing?
No. First of all, quick
They're
sidebar.
like all swingers? Isn't that the thing?
So here's the thing, is everyone talks about how it's, swingers.
Yeah.
2 couples basically had sex in the same room, and they're calling it swinging. That is not swinging. That is.
Oh, they didn't do it with each other's partners?
No. No. Yeah. It was.
That's just weird.
Yeah. Real swingers are so mad about this, about getting dragged into this. Real swingers have sex with other people's wives. They just sort of made out in the same room. It's very tame.
Okay.
But in the Mormon community,
I
it's a big
apologize.
deal.
I had the complete wrong perception.
Yes.
I'm not watching that now.
The secret is they're all hot. Like, they're all hot. That's a good part.
All right, I'm back in.
Okay. This is I want to see more. Are you sure we're not on the less side? Because Utah was in contention for the one team I want to see.
How dare you?
For me, it's the Hawks. I think that, like, the headline, it's the Hawks. I will be watching
season.
I will be watching so many Hawks games, and I think
this is more. Okay, more. I thought you were going less. Okay, good.
Yeah, more. Okay. I'll be watching a lot of Hawks games, and I think that the headline is Jalen Johnson comes back, and Kristaps Porzingis is no longer, has Kristaps flu or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I think, is a huge pickup for them.
Sure,
but I really think that Trae Young is going to really enjoy playing with his new toys. And I think that the headline is the offseason that they had, the young core that they're developing. But I think the real story is Trae Young. What he can do offensively with the basketball, scoring and assisting, is unmatched around the league. He's like, to me, he's like a top 8 offensive engine. And I think that with these players around him, with Dyson Daniels' defense, Nickeil Alexander-Walker's defense, they can hide him. I think they're going to win a lot of games. I'll be watching.
It's interesting because, number one, I agree with you. Number two, people have gotten so down on Trae Young that we even had the conversation a few months ago of what would you do if you were the Hawks, right? Do you double down on the future with Trae Young? And I told you, I said, you've got Trae, you've got Jalen Johnson, you've got Reese Shea, you've got Dyson Daniels. Like, you've got something there. Take those 4, if you want to throw in a Kongwu, and build out around them, probably, because the truth is, it's going to be a long time till you get a player as good as Trae Young. Even if you're down on Trae Young, it's going to be a long time till you get a player as good as Trae Young. And Johnson may end up being a star, right? So then you got another one to go alongside. And so this new front office there has done a very good job. I agree with you. I actually think I saw the rookie, Asa Newell, who they got like mid-first round out of Georgia, and he's going to be in the rotation. Like, they took a kid that's actually going to be in the rotation. I bet Quinn Snyder plays him next year.
Kennard, too. They got Kennard. Like,
right.
you know, Kennard's been in Memphis. Like, with Kristaps, Kennard, you've added some shooting. And I think that Trae Young has been sort of like pushed to the side in the minds of NBA fans. And I think that he will sort of reestablish himself as one of the best offensive engines in the entire league.
They got a lot of guys that can spread the floor too.
Yes.
For him,
if Kristaps is back and he's hitting threes at like 40% clip, and Kennard's just sitting in the corner, like, there's going to be so much space for him to operate. If they go 5 out, it's going to be really hard to stay in front of Trae Young.
And you think about, and then on the other end, you think about very basic basketball, like with the Kongwu thing. You can just straight run high pick and rolls, and then he makes the play off of it. He's been doing that, but now he has those outlets to kick out to that can bang down threes.
And guys in the corner you cannot leave.
Right. Yep.
Which will open up that high pick and roll. I agree with you. I think they're going to be really good. They're going to win a lot of games. I'm excited for Trae Young's season. I'm high on Trae Young.
All right. Another team I want to see more. So I lamented so badly how awful they were last year. Because, despite the fact that he will not make an appearance on any of my shows, I love the announcer in Charlotte. And I need him to have, I know he's been added to Amazon?
Picked up. Yeah.
Amazon? Or was it NBC?
It's either NBC or Amazon.
Which of those? Eric Collins. It was announced that he was added to that roster. People tagged me on it. So anyways, I want Charlotte to be good. Obviously, if you can get a healthy LaMelo season.
Amazon.
That would be the most important thing. But you got LaMelo, you got Brandon coming back, who obviously we lost him last season. And then you've got Knueppel, reigning Summer League MVP, Liam McNeely.
Yep.
Everybody's forgotten, and the guy, he may not be any good, but they drafted Tijan Salon 6th overall last year, right? So, and he sat out the end of Summer League with an Achilles thing.
I want to say about this team is everyone's like, they don't have a center. Diabate's not bad.
Also, allow me to introduce you to Ryan Kalkbrenner from Creighton, who just had 15 and 9 in the title game last night and is 7'1" and was 4-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year. So they just got a bunch of these dudes. I'm not sure if it all is going to make sense together, but I've always loved Colin Sexton. And Colin Sexton's going to be there too. And they got they got all these like young white guys. Then they've got, LaMelo and Brandon. And then they've got Tijan Salon, what's going on with him? And then you look at the rest of the roster and it's like Grant Williams, Seth Curry, Spencer Dinwiddie. It's like, what is going on? I don't understand what's happening. But I tell you this, obviously, look, they're going to have highlights because LaMelo is always good for highlights. I don't know if they're going to be worth a crap, but I do think they're actually going to be reasonably fun to watch. And the fact that they won Summer League and Knueppel was the MVP, maybe he'll fit alongside, and they've got some kind of young core that's going to be fun to watch. Also, might have dodged a bullet on the Dalton Connect thing because he was vomiting.
He hasn't hit a shot in
what happened?
Last November. Yeah.
What happened? Did they just destroy his confidence by trying to trade him for Mark Williams?
I don't know what happened there. I do not know what happened there.
But
with the Hornets, they're sort of like the lowest floor, highest ceiling team I can think of. If everything breaks right for them, if you get Brandon Miller at his best and LaMelo Ball at his best, it's like Colin Sexton backcourt. Perimeter defense and Knueppel being like exactly what we want him to be. Yeah. That's a really fun watch because Miller and Ball can each score 35 a game. And
then Knueppel comes in is like, because you have to compare white guys to white guys. He's like new age, like Gordon Hayward, right? Where he's just like kind of making. Oh no, he can get to the basket too. Knueppel's good.
Do you know what made Knueppel's summer league performance so much better? He had this the scars and he had like the cut and the whole thing that made it. It was just so white guy. I loved it. I think this is one of those teams that in September you're excited about, and then by December you're like, I can't watch this anymore.
I think I agree with you, but they do have fun players that I think I will seek out to watch. I want to see like what they look like.
LaMelo Ball is worth the price of admission alone. He's worth watching a quarter on League Pass until like your team starts at 9:00 or whatever. Like I think LaMelo Ball is one of the most exciting players in the league. And I've always wondered what would happen if the Warriors picked him. I get why the Warriors picked Wiseman. I would have done the same thing at the time. But I've always wondered, like, what would LaMelo Ball look like on an actual NBA team?
Also,
what would that look like?
I mean, there's some people that wonder if he will ever be able to function when he's not like, everybody always says he plays like there's 10,000 hot chicks in the crowd. Right, he plays the same way he did at like Chino Hills. Like, is there ever going to be a time where he just doesn't get to do whatever the hell he wants? That's the thing.
I would love to see it. I would just love to see him on a contender where it's like you have to run the offense. And guess what? You're not the best player on the team. It's your job to get like this big going. Or if he was on like the Spurs, like it's your job to facilitate for Victor Wembanyama. I would love to see what that looked like.
Also, real quick side note: what kind of odds could we have gotten on Bronny James looking more promising than Dalton Connect?
I mean,
what?
Bronny James.
How did that happen? I mean, you could have gotten. I mean, that's $1 billion to 1 to me.
They might trade LeBron and keep Bronny at this point.
Crazy.
He looked good.
He did look good.
I've always said that like he's like a Davion Mitchell is like sort of like his comp to me, and I can see that coming to fruition.
It was promising.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Also, I do want to give a little quick. It's a very quick shout out because I don't think they particularly deserve to be a team I want to see more. But we talked about this when we did our last Summer League thing. When I came back from Summer League, I told you I was super, super impressed with the fact that this guy in Minnesota, like a lot of times, and you mentioned on the Golden State thing, and that was going to be 2 timelines, right? We've got 2 timelines going on here. And it is almost an impossible thing to pull off, right? You're either trying to win right now or you're not, right? Mm-hmm. But trying to figure out the 2 timelines thing is very, very difficult. But it appears as if this guy in Minnesota, if I had to place my bets, he's got this thing on lock because in between Shannon
looks so good in Summer League.
And Dillingham and Berenjay, who we said like was going to be a couple years away, I'm like, bro, like they're going to filter out of this whole Conley Gobert Wolves and somehow have like really good players like walking in right behind them for Anthony Edwards during his actual prime. This is not the Anthony Edwards prime, but they have figured out they've got these young players that I think are super promising, which is so hard to pull off when you've made 2 consecutive Western Conference Finals. You shouldn't have the young players that I'm super excited about, right? Those should be for the mid and terrible teams, and yet they got 3 of them I really like.
What's interesting about their 2 timelines is Anthony Edwards is smack dab in the middle of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like we've got the vets. Anthony Edwards plays with Conley, Gobert, and then he's got these younger people that are 3 years ahead of him and 3 years behind him. He's right in the middle, which is even better than having 2 timelines. It's so you've got a bridge between the 2 timelines, who is and could be like a top 5 MVP candidate next year.
Right. And that's what they thought that was going to happen with the whole Wiseman, Kuminga, that whole deal. And obviously that just never came to pass. And you just end up having to go get veterans that can win now around Draymond and Steph. And that's how you end up with, we're looking up, and they're going into the season with Jimmy Butler as a teammate of theirs and signed an extension there. And so it's a hard thing to pull off. Obviously, their star is young enough to be able to pull it off. But to have 3 like guys that I really like that are young, that I think could all, and you lost Alexander Walker in the offseason as well, who is another young player who's really good. I think super impressive. It's not like I'm going to watch them more because I was going to watch them anyway, but I think they deserve kudos.
I think Dillingham and Shepherd to me are in the camp of there must be a reason you didn't play that much last year. Like there's no one who knows more about Dillingham than the Timberwolves, and they did not play him. There's no one who knows more about the Rockets than Udoka, and he did not play Shepherd. Okay. So there must be a reason.
I don't worry about that unless your team isn't awesome, right? Because coaches, I've dealt with this a lot. I've covered a lot of things. There are the teams that it matters to the general manager and the owner and the coach, like if they win every night. There are certain teams that are trying to win the game every night. And there are others that know, okay, we're doing this. It may cost us a game. We're not using the best option tonight to win this game, but it is for the greater good and will pay dividends at the end of the season. And if you are in a position right now where you're trying to, and so I worry if the team isn't good and the young guy didn't play. But if the team is good, I understand why the young guy didn't play.
So this is a perfect transition for the final team that I want to see more of. Because of this 2 timeline discussion, because of you have a young player who is going to be a star, but you're trying to win now. How much do you play that young player? How much do you give that young player the ball to be like sort of a puppy? Sometimes a puppy will go and get the newspaper and bring it to you, and you're like, wow, I can't believe that this 6-month-old puppy can already do that. But sometimes that same puppy will tear up the couch while you're gone at work. And that, to me, is why I'm so interested in watching the Mavericks this season. Because they are a win-now team. They got Anthony Davis, they got Kyrie Irving, they got Klay Thompson. They're like, we're trying to win the championship right now. But then, on lottery night, I'm on a text thread with you, House, and Bill, and everything broke so weird. It went so weird. So now they've got Cooper Flagg, who has looked phenomenal in Summer League. And also, he's the youngest rookie. Like, he was like a point guard in Summer League. You bring in D'Angelo Russell to fill in for Kyrie. Kyrie is streaming and saying that he's not going to play this year. And I'm just so fascinated to see what Cooper Flagg will be in live NBA action. And you've got Anthony Davis, who's going to be healthy to start the season, who I think is overlooked as one of the best players in the league, who can anchor a defense. Gafford and Lively, like the ball handling will be like Russell, Jaden Hardy, and Dante Exum. And now, on top of all of that, you're going to have Meg Thee Stallion sitting in front center court.
And
we got Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson together. What is that?
And
that's one thing I did not see happening this summer.
By midseason, you might have LeBron.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, no. I don't know. The Cooper flag of it all.
Oh yeah,
is just like I don't know how they're going to use him. Who does he guard? What's he look like on defense?
Awesome. He has chased down blocks. I mean, he is like, yeah, I know he struggled shooting in that first game, but then he came back with 31 in the next one to shut everybody up.
I was impressed by the first game. I was impressed by the first game. Call me crazy. I was like, this guy, he just looks like an NBA ready player. And he's like just turned 18. It's nuts.
I mean, look, he has been talked about on The Mismatch for many, many years. I came back and told Kevin years ago, I went to the EYBL event here in Memphis the week before the Peach Jam, and I saw his team from Maine, and it was him and a bunch of dudes that looked like me. And me and my son went.
A bunch of guys that looked like they were from Maine.
Yes. And I went and watched him. They played like some team from Atlanta. Bro, I watched him have 14 blocks in the game.
Jesus.
Like, I'm talking pinning it against he's 16. I came back on the air. I said, that is the best 16-year-old basketball player I've ever seen in my life. And you know what's crazy? I told you about it. The buzz is just, it was not like Wemby. It was not like Zion. It was not like these other number one draft picks. And I had to take a day trip to Nashville over the weekend. And so then as I was walking around, I saw like one thing that mentioned like Cam Ward, the number one pick in the NFL draft. And it dawned on me at that moment. I just had this thought. I was like, everybody's talking about how there's less buzz about Cam Ward than any other number one drafted quarterback ever. And it does feel weirdly like that with Flag. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh my God, here's the next big superstar coming into the NBA or the next big superstar coming into the NFL. And by the way, I love both of them, right? But it is kind of odd. I do feel like there's a little. I think
with Wemby and Zion, it felt a little bit more like
buzz for these guys than there have been for others in the past.
I think Wemby and Zion both had that, like, this is going to be the future face of the NBA.
Correct.
And Flag has got less of that, but I've been so impressed by what he did in college and what he did at Summer League. And I'm so excited to watch the Mavs because I don't know how much rope they're going to give him. Like, I want to see him grow. I want to see him lose some games. I want them to draw up plays for him in crunch time. I don't want him to have the training wheels on, because if they're trying to win, which it seems like they are, you might see less Flag than you should.
Okay, and let me comment on this very quickly. There's roughly like 450 players, I think, in the NBA.
Yeah, it's probably 500 for sure.
So if I were going to say to you, I just want to track back to something that you did mention. If I were going to say, hey, did you hear Meg Thee Stallion's going out with? How many do you think you would have to list before you got to Klay Thompson?
Okay, great question, and I'm the guy for it. All right.
I know you
Number
are.
one, Klay Thompson. He's known as like stony, chill, zen, like vibey, friendly boat guy, but not like big extrovert personality, but like very likable, right? Consistent.
Maybe the only NBA player that probably knows 5 Jimmy Buffett songs.
Yes, by heart. Yeah. Went to a concert.
Yeah.
And Meg Thee Stallion, I know you don't watch Love Island, but I do. Meg Thee Stallion, she flew to Fiji to make an appearance on Love Island.
Well, I saw the clip of that.
And let me tell you.
Super impressive.
Host Ariana Madix should not let Meg Thee Stallion come back, because she crushed it. She was hilarious. She was friendly. She was clearly a fan. Huge personality. Like, I was like, you should be the host next season of Love Island. Meg Thee Stallion, I've only heard her rap and seen her dance. I haven't heard her talk that much. She has a big personality. She is a television star in the making. And I said to myself, this is a real yin-yang relationship. This is a real, like, when you go out to dinner with the two of them, that she talks the whole time and Klay just sits there and nods. You know what I mean? Like, this is not like apples and apples are a couple. This is apples and filet mignon are a couple. And I think it might work. But to answer your question, 235 players I would name before I got 235. He was number 200. I've actually made the list. You didn't even tell me this was on the rundown. I made the list when I saw that they were dating. And he's number 236.
You used to go out with Torrey Craig. Like, that's where she was.
Yes. And you think, like, she's a rapper. She lives a rapper lifestyle.
Right.
Like, you think that like, the boat guy, chill, stony vibes is not him. Yeah.
No.
But, yeah, you would think more like Stephon Diggs and Cardi B that before you got to Klay Thompson. But I think it's going to work, and I root for them.
But also, and I don't want to defame Klay here, but it might be a little like, hey, Sierra went out with Future, and then it was like, you know what? I don't have to worry about Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think.
Like you don't think Clay's going to shoot her in the foot? Allegedly?
I don't.
I said allegedly, producers.
I just think that she doesn't have to worry about Klay.
No, Klay doesn't worry about Klay. Nobody worries about Klay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's so far past the wild lifestyle. He sold his wild oats literally 15 years ago.
I also feel like Klay wakes up in the morning. He's like, do we have a game today? Is it an off day? Is it game day?
Dude,
let me look at my calendar.
Her getting him to narrate their workout video was outrageous.
That felt very much like you have
like
to do this if you're my boyfriend. Yeah, exactly. That's the same. That's the same thought I had, Verno. I was like, he is not a willing participant in this.
No.
He's just like, listen, I'm into this relationship. I guess I'm going to have to do what it takes. Yes, I will. Yes, I will do a. You know, and she was like, do that again, Klay, with more energy. He's like, I'm Klay Thompson. I don't have energy.
She's like,
good workout though. Those ab moves look tough.
Yeah, really good workout. Right. Anyways, all right. So Dallas Mavericks, I think was your team.
Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag. Okay. Yeah. And Megan Thee Stallion and Cooper Flag. That's why I want to watch the Mavericks.
Teams we want to see less. All right, I'll go Miami.
Wait, Stallion and Mavericks. I just put that together too.
Yeah.
Force connection. This is good.
Well, she's Houston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want Miami. Like, who cares? Seriously. Like, it's like, all right, so you got Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Norm Powell, who I like, but whatever. Terry Rozier, who knows if he'll be around. Davion Mitchell, Jovic, Alec Burks. It's like, I look at their roster. I know. So you got to have, like, hey, they were supposed to get Walter Clayton Jr., who they made a promise to, and then he canceled all of his workouts. And then Danny Ainge took him 18, and he didn't get to 20. So then they end up with Yakachunas, and obviously they've got Khalil Ware, and who is an outstanding young player who they probably hit on in the draft last year. But, like, I'm not tuning in to watch a 7-foot rim runner. So, you needed to have somebody young on this team because you're, like, dead in the no man's land. Like, this is just a transition season. And so
transition to what, though?
I know. To cap space and luring their next star. Whoever the next star is. Yes. Luring their next star. Or using those assets to go attain a star, right? Like, but they're just whatever, might compete for the 10th spot. And you don't have any young players I care about. And I've seen the Hero Adebayo thing. I don't need to watch it.
I thought Tyler Hero had a great year last year. Yeah. Tyler Hero had a great year last year. Yeah. But here's what I was looking for. Bam Adebayo to turn into the Bam Adebayo that everyone says he's going to be in September.
Especially
every year is going to be the year that Bam Adebayo, now he's shooting threes. He's one of the best defenders in the league. This is going to be the year. This is going to be the last 3 years. We're going to be the big Adebayo year, and we haven't had it.
He is what he is.
I love Tyler Hero. I thought that his playmaking stepped up a lot last year. Like, there were some games where you just could not stay in front of that.
Sure.
Like, there were some games where he really, really played well. And I believe in Tyler Hero as your second best player on a contender. But the idea that you're building around Adebayo and Hero with what? Andrew Wiggins and Jaime Jaquez?
There's a whole slew of awesome white guys coming into the league. Cooper Flag's taking the shot. We don't care anymore about you. Tyler Hero. I tell you this, nobody sold more jerseys for Music Fest than that Tyler Hero Miami Vice jersey. You see those everywhere. I saw 3 at Summer League. Crazy.
I do agree. I don't see the plan. You know, like what, who, and also who's this big free agent they're going to get? Oh, they get free agents. They remind me. Who's that? Who's going to take this team and bring them to the top of the East?
I mean, maybe they'll go get one of the. Maybe they'll end up with Kuminga or something. After all,
no.
I mean, you got all these restricted free agents that are sitting out there in no man's land right now. They still have not signed. Like the Kumingas of the world and the Giddies of the world. Like you still haven't seen contracts on these guys.
Yeah,
it's kind of strange.
Well, Cam Thomas.
It's July 22nd.
It is weird.
Restricted free agency sucks.
Yeah. But like
because nobody else has money to pay you. Like, you know what I mean? This used to be a leverage play. There'd be one team that was out there that was like, you know what? We're going to put the big offer and make them match it. Like, you're not seeing that. Like, so who are you bidding against?
I would never put this team on the team that I want to see less of, but I do not believe in the Warriors at all.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's July 22nd.
Come
it's time
on.
to throw some takes out there. I don't see it. I don't see it. Draymond, Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, and no center. Maybe Al Horford. What year is this?
It's 2025.
Well,
hey, maybe being old is the thing now. You don't know.
Clippers, Warriors.
We'll talk about them. All right, so you're going Golden State.
No,
I will always
they just call it straight. That's not even in my list.
Oh, I will not watch them less. I will watch Steph Curry.
It's Steph Curry. Come on. Of course you're going to watch.
Yeah, come on.
It's
and I
Steph
like
Curry.
Butler.
Yeah.
Who's
Teams you want to see less of?
I went Miami first.
So that's right. You did. I got Sacramento Kings. I mean, I wasn't checking for them in the first place.
Wait.
I'm out.
No.
I'm out.
No.
No, I'm not. No. See, here's the thing. Remember, hear me out. I'm on my couch. It's midnight. Okay. I've already watched The Valley. I've already watched Next Gen NYC. My wife is asleep. I usually stay up until about 1 and watch the late games. If I've got the Trailblazers, I'm watching them before the Kings. If I've got the Lakers, obviously I'm watching them before the Kings. If I've got the Warriors, if I've got the Clippers.
Jazz.
I'm not watching the Jazz. If the Jazz are playing the Kings, I'm asleep. I just don't have interest in watching whatever this is.
Okay.
DeMar DeRozan and Malik Monk. They added Dennis Schroeder.
I'm going to give them a little bit of credit, though.
No.
Yes, because I really liked Devin Carter last year, who they drafted, and he looked good in the Summer League.
Yes.
And they might have had the steal
Devin Carter
of the
did
draft.
look good in Summer League.
They might have had the steal of the draft in Summer League, and they might actually have 2 young guards again that are actually like really good.
Why are you smiling like that? If you mean this, then why are you smiling like that?
Because Neek Clifford was awesome in
Summer League. So Devin Carter and Neek Clifford are gonna peel you away from LeBron and Luka. They're gonna peel you away from Scoot Henderson and Kamara.
I'm just saying they've got players that like rookies that will actually be able to play on a team that is somehow going to be trying to win every night. I got it. They're kind of in the middle as well.
No, the Kings are. I think they're the team I want to watch the least in the entire league.
Oh wow!
I really think so. I really think so.
Come on,
Sabonis.
You hate him.
DeRozan. Devin Carter.
You think you've seen it enough?
I'm good. Shout out to Scott Perry though. Love that guy.
Team I want to see less. I went with New Orleans because I have been a tune in for Zion guy, but like this is a mess. I don't understand what Joe Dumars has put together.
Can they fire him now? Can they fire him now?
I don't get it. Like that Fears kid is 3 years away at minimum. Really, really, really talented. But like you ain't win. A rookie point guard can't run the show. Obviously, Murray's coming back from the horrible injury. And then you load it up with like Zion, Looney, Queen. And then you re-signed Herb and Trey, who I really like.
I love. Herb and Trey are like.
I just, here's what I say. I go, all right, you got off the Ingram thing, which took entirely too long, but you've got Zion, you've got Trey, and you've got Herb, okay? I look at those three and then go, okay, how am I building out around it? And the way they've built out around those three guys, I don't understand at all. I don't understand it. I don't understand the whole, like, what are the, and Missy is like the second year center but he showed promise. And then you went and signed Looney and you went and signed, drafted Queen and you traded up to get Queen. And then are you running Alvarado out there? Is he the one that's going to direct the show? I mean, Murray's coming back from a thing and Fears doesn't fit that timeline at all. Like, I think you could win right now with Herb and you've got the bones with Herb and Trey and Zion of like a mid-20s. Like, if you could keep Zion, if he's going to be in the shape that he was at the end of last year and he could play a full healthy season, I still think that, and I know I said last year that I'm done with him, but like he ropes me back in every time. I just don't understand, like, to go away completely from, okay, we're not building with this. What do you have in mind when you're building? You know what I'm saying? And again, I think the Fears kid is, it's going to take him. Like, you ain't winning with a rookie point guard. And so
here's my question for you about the Pelicans. And I would say that in terms of watchability, Zion Williamson at his peak is one of the most exciting players to watch in the entire league, right? If Zion Williamson has a great start to the season, right? Whatever, 27 points a game, playing defense, getting rebounds, assisting like he was at Duke. He was a great passer at Duke. He hasn't really like shown that in the league. He's hitting threes. Zion Williamson is just like what we all expected.
Right.
Is that good for the Pelicans so they can win games, or is that good for the Pelicans so they can trade him at a high value?
I think
that's my question for you.
I think
because for me it would be the latter. It'd be like, I think they want Zion to play well so they can trade him. That's how I'd be looking at it.
Maybe, but I mean, getting out of the Zion business now after you've already been to hell and back with it is like, I don't know.
Derek Queen is an interesting player to trade up for to draft if you're in the Zion business.
It just feels to me like, all right, I don't mean this is any smut.
What?
Here's what I'm saying. I talked about Minnesota earlier on the pod, right? Minnesota is on like 2 timelines of being good around this awesome guy. And I just feel like they're on the 2 timelines of being okay.
The mediocre. We got some mediocre older guys. We got some mediocre younger guys.
Like you can't do 2 timelines when you're not good.
It's like the multiverse.
We're gonna go straight back into being
the mediocre multiverse.
Yeah, right. We're gonna go from okay to okayer.
Yes. We're gonna go okay with these guys. Then we'll be okay with the next generation too.
Yeah.
God bless Joe Dumars.
Like, are you winning now? Are you winning later? Like, when are you winning? When are you winning?
Another great transition. I'm not watching the Raptors this year. I have no interest. There is no one on that roster I want to see play basketball. There's
Johnny
no one.
There's
Murphy. No one on that roster I want to see play basketball. Like, what? Jakob Portal? Brandon Ingram?
You're done with Scotty
Barrett
Barnes?
Quickly? I've never been a Barnes guy. I'm one of the only people who's like very, very deep into the NBA. I honestly, fuck Scotty Barnes. What's he good at? What is Scotty Barnes good at? I'm so tired of everyone telling me how good Scotty Barnes is. And then I watch the game and I'm like, Scotty Barnes, do something. It's like I'm poking him with a stick. I'm like, dude, score 30, Scotty Barnes. Play some defense, Scotty Barnes. Oh, such a great defender. Oh, let me see it. I've never been a Scotty Barnes fan.
What about Brandon Ingram? You like him?
No. I actually do like Brandon. I like Brandon Ingram more than most. He's like Kevin Durant Tito. He
is a Raptor now.
He's a great scorer. And
you're not tuning in.
Grady Dick, Emmanuel Quickley, like, and again, like they're just committed to being mediocre. They're like, we're not going to be contenders. We're not going to tank. We are right in the middle. We're on the cusp of the play-in the Eastern Conference in perpetuity. In perpetuity.
And by the way, I need to correct myself and be forgiven. I confused Dick with Furphy.
Yeah, Furphy's on the Pacers.
He's on the Pacers, so you don't get to watch him. But look, in Kansas white guys, it happens.
It does.
Even though Dick did not give us nearly the moment Furphy did.
No. Dick started well last year. I can't do this. Anyway, I'm not watching the Raptors. I'm not. Nope.
I thought you liked Dick. Okay, I know you will. Okay. All right, so those are the teams. Those are the teams we want to see more, teams we want to see less. Utah and Charlotte.
Before we move off of the Raptors, I always have to support Jacoby's. They have Jacoby Walker. That's the only reason to tune in.
Who was promising in Summer League as well. Kind of did a little bit of everything. So, anyways, all right, teams we wanted to see more. I went Utah and Charlotte with a honorable mention to Minnesota. Teams we want to see less. I went Miami and New Orleans. Yours were
Hawks and Mavs and Kings and Raptors.
All right. A couple other news and notes that we need to get to since we last spoke. The Clippers, look, many years ago, there's a very famous book by Michael Lewis called Moneyball. You may be familiar. It turned into a movie with Brad Pitt. It was about Billy Beane, and it was about, finding the undervalued thing. And it did go through my mind. Are the Clippers saying that the undervalued thing is the 2012 NBA All-Stars? Because Kawhi is 34. Harden is 36. Brad Beal is 32. Chris Paul is 40. Brook Lopez is 37. Nicholas Batum is 37. And so, look, if as the scar guy, I think I have to like the Clippers and what they're doing. Nobody has more scars than the Clippers. These guys are like World War II vets.
I just love I love this team for a few reasons. From sort of a franchise standpoint, they're like, we're gonna win now or everybody's gone. They're like, you guys have a season and a half, and if it doesn't work out, all of you are gone. All of you. Everyone's gone.
No, and gone means retiring.
Yes. Yes.
It's not going to play basketball elsewhere.
And I think that this team, because the playoffs are so long and so intense, and you get so wrapped up in it, it's easy to forget just how good the Clippers were to finish the regular season and how much they pushed the Nuggets in their series and how good they were defensively. And they are without Norm Powell, but adding Beal, Paul, Lopez, I think they end up as a better team than what was a really good team to finish the season and in the playoffs. And I think that Harden, Paul, Beal, Zubac, like they
got good players,
and PJ Washington, Dunn, like
PJ Washington doesn't play for the Clippers.
Derrick Jones Jr. I always get them confused. Yeah, because the former Mavs wings.
Yeah,
I always get them confused. But I don't know. I'm very, very high on the Clippers.
What do we think about the nostalgia of Chris Paul being a Clipper? Do you care about that?
I just want him to come out and say, this is my last year.
I also think, you know what? This is a weird take. I always think of Chris Paul as a Clipper. I know there are people that think of him maybe as a Hornet, maybe. But I mean, and then the bounce around. He played for the Thunder. He played for the Rockets.
Yeah.
And I know he had great success with the Rockets as well. I always think of him as a Clipper, like those Lob City teams that I covered many different playoff series with him versus Memphis. But I'll always think of him as a Clipper. But like, to me, as a bounce around guy who's played for, different franchises, this like cements Chris Paul, the Clipper, and he's just going to end as a Clipper. And when people think of him, they'll think of him in that Clippers uniform. And yeah, he bounced around and he started with, the Hornets and whatever. But I mean, I think some of these teams are like, some of these guys, they're kind of like nomads, and then it's like kind of which is the team that you associate them with. And I think I always would have associated him with the Clippers the most, for sure. But him going back there is a little nostalgia,
Yeah, he was probably best as a Hornet, but most impactful on a winning team as a Clipper.
Yeah. Those Lob City teams were good.
So good. And I think people look at teams like that, like, oh, they never won a championship. It's like, it's hard to win a championship. Doesn't mean you're not a great team.
They're also memorable.
Those teams.
They're memorable.
I loved those teams. And that was right around when social media started hosting videos. Because remember, like when we started with Twitter, it was just text.
Well, and it was
maybe
a
picture.
Because
then you get Lob City and you could embed the video on social. So now you're screaming Twitter and watching alley-oop after alley-oop from Griffin and Jordan. And it changed sort of like NBA content consumption.
Also a team you loved watching. I hated them with the Fires of Seven Hells. Hated them.
I loved them.
I hated them. Hated them.
Because that's when I moved to LA for this period.
That was a real rivalry with Grizzlies Clippers because they kept meeting in the playoffs. And Zebo was wrestling Blake Griffin, and Matt Barnes kicked a trash can in the hallway, and that was a real rivalry, like with real smoke between those two. Well, and they were total opposites.
Beat them in a playoff series?
In fact, they beat them twice. They only lost once. How dare you? How dare you?
Well, the good thing about that Clipper series is I moved to LA during the Grantland era, and the Podfather, Bill, had season tickets, really good season tickets. So every once in a while, I would get a text, and I'd be front and center.
You got to
go.
Those
games.
Yep. All right. Other ones. We'll end with a guy we never wanted to see in a jersey, and a guy it's going to be great to see back in a jersey, and that is Marcus Smart in a Lakers jersey and Damian Lillard in a Blazers jersey. The Smart thing feels so wrong to me. I'm sorry. It feels so wrong to me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I just
when I think of the,
I don't know if you will, to be honest with you. Like,
oh yes, you will.
How many games did he play for the Grizzlies?
But he finished off healthy with the Wizards last year. He'll play. He's still got something to prove. Marcus Smart will play. But I mean, and the other thing is it was like a hand, so it wasn't like,
yeah.
That's not gonna. I don't want to. There's certain guys you don't want to see in the jersey of the rival. It feels wrong.
Oh, it doesn't.
It feels wrong.
Doesn't bother me at all.
Well, don't you? I mean, he is so synonymous with the Celtics to me. So synonymous.
Yeah, he's a Celtic.
Marcus Smart is a Celtic, bro.
And we talked about Chris Paul. When you look back at Marcus Smart,
watching Laker fans fall in love with him is going to feel so, because every fan base falls in love with him. Yes, they do.
I'm not. I don't think Marcus Smart will be that impactful as a Laker. I could be wrong. I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
Okay. And the other thing is Dame going back to the Blazers. I just like, and this has happened because I mean, maybe it's just because I follow him on social media. The guy's been miserable for 2 straight years, and I like seeing him happy. He is so happy to go back there and to be around his family. It was like that. It is going to be the weirdest basketball reference in years to come when you're explaining to your grandkid, what happened here? Like Portland, Milwaukee, Portland.
Yeah. You see the press conference, Chauncey was like, he's going to be the highest paid assistant coach in the league. That's what Chauncey said.
It's just not, he wants to be there so badly. And to see a guy, right, that wants to be in a place like Portland, that's home. That's where he loves. That's where he is loved. And maybe, we look up in another year or two and he comes back from this and then there's like another Dame moment. That would be the coolest if there was another Dame moment in a Portland jersey. But I mean, I like, for the nostalgia of it, I like seeing guys wear uniforms that I find them to be synonymous with. I saw somebody post this the other day and they were like, Damian Lillard going back to Portland. Chris Paul going back to the Clippers. Russ has we got to figure out a way to get Russ back in Oklahoma City.
Oh, they'll pay him $10 million to not play.
I know.
For them. Yeah, it's like that's the last thing they need is Russell Westbrook.
I know.
In the locker. That's the last thing they need. The last thing they need.
I like seeing Dame in the play. He looks so
Here's
happy.
what I want. What I want is to play out as I don't think that Dame will ever contend for a championship as a Blazer the second act.
No.
But I'd love to see them in the playoffs and him with sort of like a Kamara, young Hansen clinging, Scoot Henderson becomes who we all want him to be.
Shake
and sort
Sharp.
of like it's like, like Sharp turns into a consistent offensive force. I would love for them just to be like a 6 seed and them to have game 3 at home and Dame Lillard is sort of like calling plays for this young core. That's great. I would love to see that in 2027. That would make me so happy.
One more Dame time moment.
Yes.
That's all we asked for.
Yes. Because if that is the case and it's a close game and they call a timeout and they're coming on the floor, the play it's drawn up for Dame. It's not drawn up for Scoot. It's not drawn up for Abia.
Yep.
It's drawn up for Dame.
Yes.
I would love to see it.
One more Dame time moment. I
know what it is.
And the other thing is
I got it.
Also, not like this is the total opposite of ring chasing culture. He's never going to be one of the best. He's never going to be the best player on the title team. Probably not going to be the second best player on a title team. And so it's like, you know what? I want to be happy.
Verno, this would make my basketball dreams come true.
Okay.
Because Dame's not going to play next year, right?
No.
And he's not going to be on a championship contending team in 2026, 27. Right. But here's what I want to see happen. 10 seconds left. They're down by 1. Dame comes off of 2 screens, gets the ball, dribbles, looks up at the clock, dribbles again, sidestep 3, hits it to win the Emirates NBA Cup. That would be all of my basketball dreams come true because they will not contend for a championship, but they can contend for the NBA Cup. And we can have our final Dame time moment with him in a Blazers jersey. Oh. The crowd goes nuts and they win the NBA Cup. No, that can happen.
No, just wait. Against Halliburton. Repaired Achilles versus repaired Achilles and payback for Halliburton doing Dame time in the NBA Cup.
If you're listening to this podcast right now in your car, pull over, open your notes function, and say, on this day, July 22nd, 2025, Verno and Jacoby predicted the winner of the 2027 NBA Cup as the Portland Trail Blazers. Is that on FanDuel? Can I bet that right now?
Over the Indiana Pacers.
What are the odds for the 2027 Emirates NBA Cup champions?
It has been a fun summer so far. Obviously, we are without basketball.
Verno, don't start wrapping up now.
What?
Don't start wrapping up now.
Why?
Tomorrow, me and my family are in Long Island. We rented an Airbnb, got a great deal, got a pool in the backyard, grilling every day. So I'm out of town. Verno's coming to town. And I was like, you have to stay at my house. And he goes, no, my kids want the hotel experience.
I did not say that.
Verno. That's what you said. It's in text.
I said part of going out of town is staying in a hotel, and I did not want to impose. I feel like I'm imposing if I do
It's my idea.
I got it.
It's my idea.
I got it.
So Verno's going to be staying at my apartment without me.
You told me to talk to my wife. I talked to my wife and she's like, yes, we should do that.
Yeah.
It's free.
And also like just having a fridge and having a pantry. And what you're going to do is when you land, you're going to get Nick's Pizza. Okay. Cause you're always hungry when you get off the flight, right? Nick's Pizza right around the corner. You're going to go walk and pick it up. Watch out for the rats. I told you there's a lot of rats on my block.
That
there's a lot of rats.
I got it, but that doesn't sell where you live to me that well when you tell me I got to walk around rats all the time.
You're going to be dodging rats.
I don't want to.
But you're going to have a home Now, a hotel, every meal that you eat, every morsel that you eat costs money. You're going to go to Key Food, get cereal, get Eggo waffles, get your eggs and whatever so you can make breakfast. That's going to save you so much money. I live right by the Q train. You're going to be in and out of Times Square like nothing. Like nothing. You're going to be so happy with this place. And you've got 2 kids, 15-year-old boy, 12-year-old girl, you and your wife. You don't always want to watch the same thing at the same time. 3 TVs in 3 different rooms.
This is, by the way, he is telling, this is exactly, he sent me 20 texts in a row, hard selling, staying at this place.
Yes.
And I was like, all right, you win.
Yeah.
You win.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I can't wait. My only problem is this. Before we went to the Knicks game, I was like, do you have the Knicks app? And you're like, no, I'm good. I've got the tickets. And I was like, oh, God. So then we get to the gates and you can't get in. To get into my apartment building.
Oh, I've already got the app.
After 6 o'clock.
I've already got it. I've got it.
You need the app.
I've got it.
Does Elena have it? Because I don't think you're tech savvy enough to get in the door.
We're good. We got it.
You think so?
I can't wait. Hey, I'll give a review on Monday's pod.
Yeah, Airbnb free.
Airbnb free. The
Airbnb
Jacoby
free
household.
review next week.
You're
house.
You're a godsend. It's unbelievable. Yes, it is going to save me a fortune. Truly, we're going to go. And the kid. So my kids had asked. They loved going to New York City, but they were young at the time when we went. I think it was like 4 years ago, something like that. So obviously, what they remember from New York City. We did a bunch of sightseeing and they just loved being in a big city like that. You really do feel like you're at the center of the world, right? And there's always constant stuff going on and stuff to do and the shopping and whatever else. And so they had asked me this summer to go back. My kids start school at the beginning of August.
What is this?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand.
Oh, I've had a hot parenting take. School should be year round. I don't know why we take summers off. School should be year round. It should just be year round.
So they start. So that's why this all had to be pushed up. And I was like, well, I promised them I would take them to New York City at some point. So this all got pushed up. And so we're going to try to go make a
I love
trip
it.
up
So
there.
here's one thing I do love. William is 15, right?
Yeah, 15.
His bedroom is right next to the door. Yours is on the other side of the apartment,
go hit
down a hallway.
Oh no!
So he's got full reign to just leave at 1 a.m. after you're gonna be
hit the city.
So tired. You're gonna be so tired from walking around Times Square.
My son's gonna go
to the Statue of Liberty. Your son is he's gonna come in at 6 a.m. and you're gonna see him at breakfast. Be like, what happened to you, William? He's like, nothing.
He's gonna be petting a rat.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone. The rat's gonna follow him home. You're going to have a rat in your house. 3 of them, a family. I can't wait. So we'll do a review next Monday.
You're the best to offer, and we're going to do it. We're going to stay at the Jacoby household, and I'll try not to mess up your stuff.
Don't worry.
Yeah. What? There's nothing worth messing up.
No,
you're going to tell me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's fine.
I've got 4 kids. That's what you're going to say.
Yeah.
You have 4 kids, including a newborn. What does it matter?
Yeah.
Good grief. I can't imagine the messes your wife has to pick up.
Oh, that's just me. Oh, yeah. She does everything. I do nothing. My wife does absolutely everything. Honestly, I don't even know what we're doing tonight. I have no idea.
It's not a very 20-25 relationship, but mine's the same. I would be lost.
Oh, no, I do a ton of parenting. I eat a lot of innings, but in terms of planning, I do execution. For sure. She does planning. Yes, I execute.
All the responsibility stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we'd be lost.
Yeah. I did. So, full disclosure, we can end on this, is that, the app that you had to download to get in the apartment?
It doesn't work.
I literally downloaded it yesterday to get in myself because I left my keys in Long Island. I don't even have it myself. I don't even have the app to get into my own building myself. That's how little I am capable of accomplishing anything that involves responsibility.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, I'll give a full review of the Jacoby household on Monday, and New York City for that matter. Thank you to our executive producer Jesse Lopez as always. Thanks to our video producer Tucker and Jacoby. I'll talk to you next week.